do away with the do away with the annual exam system and go into the semester system, where till now there is, in most of the courses, they have a single final examination, end of term examination. So we would like to go back to a semester-based and a modular competency-based system, where a child could do certain modules, get the competency levels as required by industry, move out into the workplace, and then get back and enhance his knowledge later on, as and when he wants. And it would all be a performance-based learning. It would not be qualifications. It would be more of competency-based. Then flexibility, right now the system is very rigid. It does not allow for multi-entry and exits. Now this is what we want to do about credit accumulation, credit transfers, so that the child can have a flexible mobility in and out of the education system. Now, another major problem why vocational did not deliver the way it should have done, is the very low synergy, very low partnership with the industry. Now, what we plan for the NVQF is that right from the identification of the course, it is the industry, it is going to be demand driven, it's going to be based on a labor market information system, that which courses where, local, not dictated by Delhi or Government of India, but we just try to place the framework in place, and it would be totally the liberty of the states and even up to the districts to take what courses they want within the national occupational standards, within the national competency levels. So this would largely be demand driven, and all the competency or the learning units would be aligned to what the industry requires, so that tomorrow when a certificate is issued, the child is going to be picked up for direct employment. There is no scope for any or no requirement for any retraining to be done by the company. And industry's involvement would also be there in delivery and joint certification. Now, when I talk about industry, I'd just like to mention, a lot of you would be knowing about the National Skill Development Corporation. So these, the NSDC is in the process of setting up sector skill councils for almost all the trades which we have in the country, both in right from the industrial trades as well as the non-industrial, agriculture, food processing, textiles, and on the other hand, automobiles, IT, retail, you name it, and they've got it in their plan. So this is, the sector skill councils are the ones which we're going to work with, who would be developing the national occupation standards for the particular trade. And below that would come the competency levels which are required for that certification. And after that, it's the state's wish what trades they want to use and what kind of curriculum they want to develop. And that would be, the curriculum development would be again in coordination with the state boards and PSCIV, from where Mr. Prakash comes, as well as the sector skill councils. Now, these are the 6 sector skill councils which are already in place: the automobiles, security, energy, retailing, film and media, and IT and ITES. And in fact, our ministry has been having a series of roundtables and discussions with various industry groups. We've had them with automobiles, construction, media, then IT, and number of them. And so we are trying to gauge what the industry requires so that we could mold the syllabus and the trades accordingly. So that tomorrow after completion of a certain course, the child is not left high and dry. Now, recognition of prior learning is of particular relevance to our country. Now, here you can see that a person is already in the labor market. So we have a small module of an assessment of his competencies, which includes literacy, numeracy skills, and he would go into the appropriate NVQ levels, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, as per his competency. And if required, there could be a bridge course where the open school system, the open universities play an important role, so that he could reach that particular NVQ level, and that would enhance his income, then dignity as such in society if he gets a certain certification, as well as promote upward mobility. Then right now, like what I mentioned earlier, there is no standardization of the TVET courses. Lots of courses going around the country with no common standards, with no common curriculum, no common competency levels, and no periodicity also of the course. 6 months, 3 months, 2, 3 years, maybe the same trade. So what we're trying to do is get a uniformity across trades under the NVQs, which would be registered, and these would be by accreditation of the programs as well as the institutions. We would be having a sort of a national qualification authority which would be doing all this, and the NVQ levels would be introduced in each course, right from class 9, 10, 11, 12, like what I showed the metrics earlier, up to the college level, so that there is a seamless vertical pathways are developed, as well as horizontal pathways if the child desires to go back into general education. Like for NVQ levels 1 to 4, also, and most important is the progression, where the stumbling block right now is progression from class 12 to the university level. So that has to be matched, that 1 to 4 levels are in contiguity with 5 to 10 or whatever. Now this again, I'm maybe repeating the same thing, but these are the things we're trying to address. Fragmented to a unified TVET system. 1 minute, I'll just go to this. This would make it more clear. Now what is planned is that at the center there would be an interministerial committee, and the two major ministries which are handling skill development is MHRD and Ministry of Labour and Employment. And together with the NSDC, they would coordinate implementation of the norms and standards of the National Vocational Education Qualification Framework. Then below that, the NSDC and the SSCs would develop this sector occupation maps, national occupation standards, competency-based curriculum, as well as the training packages. But this in no way is to mean that we are thrusting something down on the states. It is only development of the national framework as such. And then we would have a national qualifications body which would register and approve qualifications, so that there is some sort of a standardization of the vocational education across the country. And then at the state level, what we want is, again, there is a compartmentalization at the state level, the education department, labor, industry. So all three of them have to work together along with the state skill councils, which are to be established by NSDC at the state levels. And they would identify local opportunities, what are the skill requirements, what are the training, I mean, the teachers who have to be trained, the trainers who have to be trained. So all that is to be developed at the state level or even lower at the district level. And right now we've got this year we've established a vocational cell within CBSE, and this could be upgraded to a central board for vocational education. But again, there is a rethinking on this, that we don't want a compartmentalization of vocational education. So maybe it would be better to have the cell within CBSE. Similarly, in the state boards, have it within the state boards. So this has to be thrashed out a little later. And then last would be the registered education and training providers who would deliver locally relevant courses within the national framework. And thank you.